Welcome to the DBS video tutorial. This video has timestamps added so you can jump ahead to the section you're looking for. Just scroll down to the video description and select Show More. Here you can see all of the sections covered in this video. For example, if you just wanted to find out about how to request an exemption, then click on the highlighted number next to this section. You'll automatically be jumped ahead to the Request an Exemption section of the video. Alright, let's get started. Hello and welcome to the first job tracking portal video tutorial. Begin by opening your Google Chrome browser and heading to the Spencer Henshaw website. From here, the portal can be accessed from this tab. However, for quick access, we recommend saving the portal to your bookmarks. This is the login screen. Enter your username and password in these fields. You also have the option of changing your password to something of your preference. If you forget or lose your password, select the Lost Password tab. Enter your username and a new password will be sent to the email address which you used to register. If you know your password, enter it in and click OK. The first time that you try and sign into the portal, you'll likely get this notification, meaning that pop-ups are currently being blocked. Head to your URL tab here and select Always Allow Pop-ups from Spencer Henshaw. You'll only have to do this once. Click the link to access the portal. This is the main screen of the job tracking system. We have the View Jobs tab, Payment Enquiry, Rates Update, and the Codebook. You can show your rates in the Codebook by selecting this box here. We will go through all the tabs in detail, but let's begin with the View Jobs tab. This is where you view all of the jobs which have been dispatched to you. In the job status column, you can see when a job is new. If it has a cross next to it, that means the job has not been opened or viewed by you yet. Once you open the job, the cross will disappear, but if you have not started the job, it will still remain under the new status. Down here we can see a job which is waiting for approval, a job which has been paused, a job where a card has been left, and a job which has been started. For contractors who are qualified to work under multiple trades, it is important to note that two jobs under different trades on the same job site will appear as two separate jobs. As you can see, the order number, address, and job ID for these jobs is the same. Where they differ is the trade allocation. To view a job in detail, click on the address. We can now view the job card in detail. We have the card left function. If you don't have access to a site, select card left, enter a date and time, and confirm that you have left a card at the site. If you do have access to the job site, you may start the job. Enter a date and time and select Start the Job. We can see various details relevant to the job, such as the address, a contact person, and a contact phone number. There is also a brief description of the job. Down here, under the Job Details tab, we can see the job lines which have been dispatched to us by Housing New Zealand. We can add a line of our own by selecting a location, entering the relevant job code, enter a price or quantity, and any other relevant notes. You must then select whether it is a damage job or a maintenance job. Then you may add the line. If you wish to edit the line you have added, you can do so by selecting the trash can here. You cannot edit scoped lines, however, these lines can be excluded. Click on the Exclude box and the line will appear in the Excluded Lines section below. If you've made a mistake, you can include this line again by selecting this box. I will now show you the other job tabs. The Exemption tab is used for submitting any exemptions you may require. Select Request Exemption and fill in the exemption type, the reason for the exemption. You cannot add an exemption without comments. Select Request Exemption. It will now appear in the Current Exemptions tab. The Contact Info tab contains any relevant contact information like tenant's name and phone number. The Notes tab is where you can add a note that any contractors or supervisors on the job can see. Save the note and it will be available for anyone to access. The Log tab tracks anything that's been happening on the job, and the Time Spent tab details how long you've been working on this job for. The Audit Dates tab tracks job statuses automatically. The Documents tab is used to upload any required documentation or reports for jobs you've been completing. To upload a document, select the Load a Document button. The pop-up screen will come up where you can select the document type. For this tutorial, we will upload an image. Select Choose File to browse your computer for the document you wish to upload. Select the document of your choosing and click Open. Add a comment so people know what your document is about. Then select Add Documentation. Once a document has been uploaded, it will appear in this box below. If you wish to remove a document, select the trash can. You can email a document by clicking this box and selecting Email Documents. If you know the email address you wish to send this to, enter it in the field above. Alternatively, you can search for an email address down here. Click on the email address and it will automatically appear in the dispatch box. Enter a comment and send the email. A notification will appear to double check that you have entered the correct email address. If it's correct, just click OK. Knowing how to upload documentation is important to correctly completing jobs. For example, when I attempt to complete this job, a notification appears informing us that paperwork is still required. Some job lines require reports and documentation. If a job line requires paperwork, you can tell by the traffic light symbol under the Paperwork Required column. If the symbol is red, paperwork is required. If the symbol is orange, no paperwork is required. An alternative way to upload documentation is to click on this traffic light symbol. You will notice the pop-up box is the same as when we were earlier uploading documentation. The process is the same. Select the document type and choose File to browse your computer. Click Open, add a comment, and select Add Documentation. When you have successfully uploaded the required paperwork, the traffic light symbol will turn to green. I will now show you how to complete a job. Select the Complete Job tab. If If you've successfully completed the job, select Completed Successfully and enter a date and time. Then select Complete the job. However, in some cases, you may require another tradesman to finish an element of the job, in which case you would select the tradesman you require and enter a comment. You may then complete the job. In some instances, when you make a variation on a job or add a job line of your own, you may require pre-approval from Housing New Zealand / Spencer Henshaw based on how much this task costs. For example, when I add this line, the Get Pre-Approval button appears at the top of the screen. Before you can submit a pre-approval, you must apply for a completion exemption. Head to the Exemptions tab and request exemption. A responsive exemption is when there is a delay in you being able to attend the job. A completion exemption is when you require more parts or extra time in order to complete the job. Fill in the comments. And request the exemption. Once you have requested the exemption, you may then continue with your pre-approval request. Enter a date and time and some comments surrounding why you're requesting a pre-approval. Then select Request Pre-Approval for the job. Once you have requested a pre-approval, you will not be able to make any changes on the job until you have been given approval. You can track the status of your approval under the Job Status column. If you accidentally start a job, you can unstart the job, which will reset the job to how it was when it was first dispatched to you. Under the View Jobs tab, we have a search function to help you find specific jobs you're looking for. You can search based on status, such as jobs waiting approval, based on priority, such as general, urgent, or void. You can search for jobs that only fall within a specific date range. Or if you know the order number or address, you can search based on that as well. As you can see, we've only displayed general priority jobs with the status of waiting approval. We can change this and search for other jobs. Now we're displaying completed jobs under the general priority. The Payment Enquiry tab also has the similar search function. You can search based off order number, priority, payment status, date, or address. When you've entered in the details, select Run. All the relevant payments will be displayed below. Click on the address to view a payment in detail. You can export payment details to Excel by selecting this button in the right-hand corner. The data will automatically download to Excel and you can access it from the Downloads tab in the bottom left corner. You can also print any of your jobs off under the View Jobs menu. You can print all your job list or just a singular job card. Click on the address and head to the top right-hand corner and select the print icon. You can then print the job. This concludes our Spencer Henshaw Job Tracking System video tutorial. Remember, To view any of these steps in detail, consult our training manual provided, or if you're struggling with an element of the system, feel free to give us a call on our helpline.